Welcome to Bluff Creek Podcast Radio. I am Zach.
And I'm Amaya.
And today's special guest is
Steve Bellairs. And I'm an architect.
Thank you for joining us today.
So, how was your education?
My education was in South Africa. I went to an all-boys school for 12 years, and I went in when I was 6, and I came out when I was 18. And that was elementary school, middle school, and high school all rolled into one, in 2 separate buildings. And that was in Port Elizabeth, which is on the southeast corner of South Africa.
How did you feel about that?
I think that I missed the fact that so I had 2 sisters, and they went to an all-girls sister school, and I think it would have been way better for us to be mixed in a school, so that we grew up, with both boys and girls, rather than being separated like that. But there were other academic parts of what I went through which were very good and very strong, and gave me a very good classical education to go into pretty much any profession I wanted to, if I'm anyone that I chose.
So you're an architect?
Yep.
Did you want to be that when you were younger? Or did it...
Not really. I wanted to be a vet, actually, and I went to work for a vet when I was in my teens to see what the day-to-day workings of a vet were about, and I did like them, but I needed to get super good grades at high school to get into veterinary school, and veterinary school is a very long and difficult training, and I didn't have quite the grades that I needed to get in, so I needed to choose an alternate, so I picked architecture eventually.
How's your family?
My family's good. I have my direct family now is me and my wife. My wife's name is Courtney. I have 2 children, a 12-year-old boy called Bobby and a 5-year-old girl called Tallulah. Tallulah's here at Bluff Creek in kindergarten. She started here this year. She's off sick today, though. So, and then I have, obviously, a mom and dad, and I have 2 sisters, one older and one younger, so I'm the middle child. So.
Did you ever want to have a brother, like when you were
Yeah,
younger?
I think I did, and I think I ended up having friendships with other boys who I think I started to develop a close friendship as if they were a brother to me. So that was the way things tended to work out for me, just having 2 sisters. So.
Yeah, and you went to an all-boys school, so...
And I went to an all-boys school, so it was easy to find lots of boys as friends. Yeah. So.
How's your free time?
So right now, I'm at a more of a normal schedule with the projects at work. But when I'm in the thick of projects at work, I can end up with not too much free time. But I get up way early in the morning, 5 a.m. normally, and I swim at a master swim program at Chaska Middle School East with the West Express swim coach. I swim from 6 till 7. And then I drive into Minneapolis after that. I do that 3 times a week. And that's pretty much my free time, which is fun. So.
What was your favorite project you've done?
One in Philadelphia, actually. That was for Drexel University. It was an adaptive reuse, which is a changing the use of a building from an office building to a university facility for 10 different creative arts to be in one building. And I worked on that project about 3 to 4 years, and that worked out very well and won some awards. And it was a difficult project, but the outcome was wonderful for us. Very rewarding to walk through space that you've designed afterwards and see how people are working in the space, how much they're enjoying it. And the university's been very happy with it as well. So.
Where do you live?
Right now, in off Gulpin Boulevard, Bridal Creek Trail. So there is a little circuit, a loop road, one way in, one way out, so it's nice and quiet. And there are about 50 to 55 houses on the loop. So we have a nice, close relationship with many of our neighbors. Probably a better relationship with our neighbors than we've had in other places that I've lived. And I've lived a lot of different places in the past.
So, like, when you were in Africa, how was it different from now?
From now in Africa, do you
education.
mean my education in Africa or education compared with education here?
Yeah, like your kids' education to your education in Africa.
I think it's more advanced here, but then it's been about 30 years since I was at high school, so things have changed probably here too. I think I went to a very high quality education institution, but not all of them were like that. I was very fortunate to have that. So I sometimes wish there were parts of what I went through in the education system here, the discipline in particular, and how you learn to take responsibility. But I think there are other aspects of, especially in terms of trying to find an area of strength one has, it wasn't so easy for us at the school I went to, because you just had to excel at the things that they gave you. They didn't ask you to explore interests of your own very much, and I think that the school system here enables young folk to find their areas of interest more easily than I was given that opportunity. I was only asked in the last year that I was at school what I thought I might be interested in as a profession. And my parents asked me. I was never asked at school. So.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Today's podcast was brought to you by Bluff Creek Podcast Radio, encouraging you to connect with someone new today.
Can listen to it. Have you done that?